Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan Harbeck, and I want to begin by acknowledging the 27 life-changing stories that have been shared throughout this philanthropy tournament. Thank you, genuinely, not only to everyone watching right now, but especially to those who are willing to open up and share their stories. Your courage, your authenticity has brought us to this moment, and I'm honored to be here on our behalf to continue this journey. Now, please give me a moment while I share my screen. This is Chester Combs, my great-grandfather, a dedicated welder, a decorated war veteran, and a true servant leader. Unfortunately, his life, like many others, was impacted by a cruel disease that not only takes from those who suffer from it, but it takes from their loved ones and their families as well. That's why, by sharing my story, my cause, and the allocation of a $3,250 donation, I ask that you join our mission to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. Every morning, I pass this picture. A picture that serves as a reminder that every moment, every relationship, our relationships, are a gift. Alzheimer's robs many individuals of these moments and of these relationships, not only affecting those that are diagnosed, but their loved ones and their families. For me, this reality became personal with my great-grandfather, who I referred to as Papa. Early in my life, I was an only child raised by a single teenage mother, so I spent a lot of time with Papa while my mom worked to support us. Papa and I grew a very close relationship. And as you can tell by the pictures, he had this tough war veteran look on the outside, but on the inside, he was the most caring and selfless person I've ever known. He had these special moments of instilling love and instilling value into others. For example, with these framed pictures of his grandkids that he would put 4-leaf clovers in for luck. One moment with Papa that stands out vividly for me is before leaving my grandparents' house, he brought me in close for a hug, and it was like we had this one-on-one moment and connection. It was like out of a movie scene, and he says, "I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you." Unfortunately, Papa would forget not only me, but everyone and everything he once held dear. It was Alzheimer's. Watching someone once so full of life slowly fade away is one of the toughest experiences that anyone can go through. My mom, pictured in the middle, was by Papa's side throughout this whole process, and she expressed to me how difficult it was to watch him forget everything. Yet she still worried about me as I went over this presentation with her, tearing up, asking me if I was going to be okay. It's these selfless servant leaders. It's the Papas. It's the moms, it's the caregivers that I'm pitching for in this philanthropy tournament, as 74% of caregivers say that they struggle with their own health, whilst providing over 18 billion hours in unpaid care in just last year for dementia patients. It's also the future that I compete for. My sisters, pictured in this as well. With its genetic component, Alzheimer's risk doubles in women and doubles in African Americans, and I don't want them to have to face this disease alone. I don't want them to have to face this disease at all. I don't want my grandkids to have to go visit their mom and each time a piece of her be missing. Thankfully, Papa's all together now. But with your help, my sisters can stay all together. That's why I've chosen the Alzheimer's Association. Founded in 1980, they provide support, research, and advocacy for Alzheimer's disease, currently investing over $430 million in dementia projects worldwide on the search for a cure. With your support, the $3,250 donation will be allocated as follows, with 4% for administrative costs, 18% for fundraising, and 78%, which exceeds industry standards and comes out to about $2,535, directly going towards Alzheimer's support, advocacy, and research, such as group studies and support groups and scientific studies and lobbying for federal funding. In conclusion, I want to thank you all for this opportunity. And just as Papaw said, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget the impact of the other 26 stories that have been shared throughout this process and the experience as a whole. Now, please join me in the mission to find the first survivor of Alzheimer's disease. Thank you.